Welcome again to my tens and tens of friends. It is me, Teacher TJ, and today we will be rewinding and reviewing Abbott Elementary Season 3, Episode 3, Gregory's Garden Goofballs. The show opens up with Tariq, and he's walking his son to class. He says he's been dating a woman for 7 weeks, so technically he's his stepdad. And the little boy is looking at him like, "You so are not my dad, sir," without saying it. And he goes to give the little boy dap, and the little boy is just looking at his hand like, "Dude, I just really don't rock with you like that. I don't know why my mom let you bring me to school, but I'm here." And something that I want to say about the way that the show opened up. TJ is the child's name. Shout out to him because you're awesome just because your name is TJ. But I don't know a shady TJ either. I'm pretty sure y'all will let me know some y'all know. But anyway, one thing that stood out of this show is Barbara greeted all of her students with such a lovely smile and a good morning to everyone that walked in the room. And I would like to say, if you do not do that, make sure you do. It may seem old or mundane, but a hello every morning can go a long way. So make sure you're saying good morning to your students first thing in the morning because I know they appreciate it. After Tariq dropped his son off, Barbara says, "Give it up." Because she already know he's stolen the Play-Doh. And one thing I would like to say about that is I have had so many toys stolen from me from kids, but shout out to all the mothers who be like, "My son or my daughter took this toy home and I told them they were going to bring it right back in the morning and they know I don't play that." Believe it or not, at that age, you're teaching them that you go to jail. I mean, it's just what happened. Maybe not for a kid, but you let them know that it is something that can happen. You get older and you're stealing. The police gonna come looking for you, so don't take the toys home. And for the most part, I haven't had a lot of my toys stolen, but I know I have had toys stolen. Kids say, "I see it, I want it, I take it as mine." I'm sure we've all had instances where we've had our children in a buggy and then we get to the car and we're like, "You stole this." And you may even have some parents who totally freak their kid out, like, "Now the police is gonna come for us." I'm sorry, y'all, but sometimes you gotta be so dramatic when it comes to these kids so that they can really get the point. You don't want them to be afraid of the police, but you for sure want them to know that stealing is not cool. We don't do that. We take that back. And I totally believe in karma. The show starts and Janine is at the district doing her job and she has gotten ASL approved and she's really happy about that. Other people at the district are letting her know that we think you did awesome getting the ASL approved, but it's not going to be an easy task. It's a lot of paperwork and everything, so just be prepared. If you are one of my tens and tens of friends, actually, I got tens and tens and tens of friends. Shout out to y'all for subscribing. I am so happy. I got a whole 3 tens, okay? Almost halfway to another 10. Let's get it, tens. You are awesome. Thank you for subscribing. Keep coming back because I will, okay? He is working on the ASL for her new student. Hey, the way that Mr. Eddie looks at the camera makes me laugh every time. He has a group he's eating his lunch, which is, he don't no pizza, no chips. He's eating a salad, okay? All of his veggies. Shout out to you for being healthy. And the students walk in to, I guess, have lunch with him too. That's actually a thing. I never was the one to sit in the teacher's class and have lunch, but I do have friends who've done that. My daughters actually do it from time to time. At first, I was a little skeptical, like, "Wait, we going where with who? And why we doing that?" But apparently, it's a reward for being awesome student. The kids are like, "So salad helps you get all the ladies, huh?" "Yeah, eat them veggies." Mr. Eddie has all the ladies. Mr. Eddie, well, I don't know if he has Janine in season 3, But from what I remember, it's Mr. Eddie ain't getting ladies like that. Every time Tariq shows up on camera, he shows us how much of a loser he really is. You know, came up to the school to switch lunches with the kid because apparently he took the wrong lunch and the kid is getting ready to eat his lunch, which is a Lunchable. I ain't judging. I don't eat Lunchables. My kids don't even eat Lunchables. Actually, I am going to judge. You got crackers and cheese and meat in your refrigerator. I used to tell my kids that all the time. Get that crackers, get them cheese, and eat the Lunchable. Because the fact, or man, make you a Lunchable. You can make you the best Lunchable you ever dreamed of. Switch the cheeses up, all that good stuff. I buy you a nice little block of cheese and a pack of Ritz crackers. Quit playing with me. But the thing is, the money we waste on our kids, like kids don't eat Lunchables. Kids don't eat Lunchables, but they be like, oh, can I have a Lunchable? And you be like, yeah, I'm not gonna eat it. But they're gonna frown at your crackers and your cheese and meat. Janine is trying to get the ASL interpreter approved for Jacob's class, and she is having a terrible time. She's getting a real runaround, and it's just not looking too good for her. Turns out the students who have been going to Gregory's class came from Jacob's class. So Gregory really wants Jacob to keep his students in his own classroom and stop them from coming to his classroom. And Jacob helps Gregory to realize that you're the cool teacher. All of the students want to be in your class because you're the cool teacher. So, but Gregory is like, I don't no, I'm not, no, just keep them in your class. The boys in Mr. Eddie class who are having lunch in his class are asking him about a girl, and they're saying things like roster, and one of the kids want to buy himself a new chain that will benefit the girl because he's the boyfriend, and I guess if he looks cool, she looks cool, and Mr. Eddie is like getting them together because boy, no, if you're gonna buy the girl a gift, buy the girl a gift. If you're not going to buy the girl a gift, don't buy a girl a gift. But basically he lets them know that y'all have forever to think about girls. Relax and think about them books, and you'll realize in the future how staying focused on your studies is what really matters. Barbara's class, Tariq has come back to class to drop off TJ, whom I find out name is actually Nick, and he is calling him TJ, I guess for Tariq Jr. And he's a little concerned thinking that Nick, aka TJ, it don't like him a lot. So Barbara is like, sounds about right. And he's like, well, you know, what do I do if he becomes my common law stepchild? Or what if I plan to common law marry his? How you gonna plan to common law marry anybody? Common law is we're not married, but we're gonna be together forever, and we're gonna act. See, this is the reason Tariq should never have a girlfriend or one with kids. This is a subliminal to all the ladies out there. Stop letting these ninjas around your kids. It could be a lot worse than Tariq, and Tariq is pretty bad. Y'all know Barbara is always giving us fashions. I would like to say that I would wear both of the sweaters that she had on. My kids be like hating on my fashion. They also be like, oh my, you look cute. But I would definitely, like I had a couple of wool jackets that they was like, where are you going in that? And I thought they were really cute. But anyway. Barbara sweaters, the purple one and the blue one. I love blue. I just love blue. I don't know. So I would definitely wear it for the fact that it's blue, but then it's a little different, snazzy looking. But anyway, out in the hallway, Gregory and Barbara were talking, I believe it was, and a student comes running up crying, and she's heartbroken because she feels like Mr. Eddie has told her boyfriend to break up with her because he told him to focus more on school. So now all the teachers are mad. Like, how could you say that? You're right. In elementary school, junior high school, no one needs to date. Just read y'all books. That's all y'all need to do. You'll find out that you have plenty of time to date, okay? So all the teachers had to abandon Gregory because everybody's mad that the little girl is so upset. In Mr. Gregory's class, he's put a do not disturb sign on his door so the kids cannot visit him anymore. So Mr. Johnson and Melissa are like, wait a minute now. You started all this chaos in school and now you're talking about you don't want to be bothered. And he's like, yeah, all the kids keep coming up to me because I'm the cool teacher. And they found that so hilarious. Like, you're the cool teacher. But I mean, who else would be the cool teacher? So it kind of makes sense. But they're like, listen, you made the girl cry. You made them break up. You have to deal with this. Take the sign off your door and get to handling your business. Tariq goes to pick up his son, his junior, and good thing he did say that he called him by his name. So his name is Nick. Apparently, Nick's mom works a lot, so he is picking him up, and he will he will be picking him up every day until he finds a better job or another girlfriend. See, that's why. That's why everybody don't need to be your child's stepdad. Cause what? He don't even plan on being with this girl. He just need a place to stay. The boys stop by again to Mr. Eddie's class and he lets them know. Well, first of all, they were excited to see that the door was open so that they could come in and talk to him. But Mr. Eddie let them know, y'all can come in anytime, but there's boundaries. He let them know that we will not be talking about girls. And they're like, good, because your advice sucks. And don't sit on, he should have said don't sit on my desk. I don't think he did. But basically, he set up some boundaries for the kids to follow because he wants to be there for them, which I don't know if you all remember the story I told about working in a childcare center and one of the teachers actually saying that she didn't look after another kid when the incident happened because it wasn't her kid, and the director let her know all these kids are your kid. They may not be in your classroom, but as teachers and adults, we're responsible for all the kids. And I agree with that wholeheartedly. I'm not saying it's the easiest thing to do or sometimes even the safest, but I think as an adults, it we all hold responsibility to look after or take care of the other children. So that's pretty cool that he is letting the children come back to his classroom. Over at the district, Janine is having a hard time getting the ASL. So she had to use some creative strategy to get the ASL interpreter for Jacob's student. Janine's strategy was to let the parents know that if they went to the district and let them know that they would be reporting this incident, that it would be bad publicity for Abbott. So the district didn't like that idea. They don't like bad publicity. So they were able to get an ASL. Sometimes you gotta get stuff done the best way you know how. Shout out to Janine. Janine let us know that, sometimes we just gotta, like I said, get stuff done and we gotta do it the best way that we can. And we have to do what we have to do for the kids and ourselves because that's all you can do. That's all you should do, really. And to wrap this show up, Tariq goes to Ava to let her know that he would like to start a PTA, a Parent Tariq Alliance, not a parent teacher association. And that was the end of the show. Ava told him no. And then that was the end of the show. Thank you so much for watching, to all my tens and tens of friends. And if you stayed to the end, thank you to you. You're new here, or maybe you keep returning and you watch the content. Either way, thank you for being here, everyone, and watching to the end. And if you're not subscribed, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Bye, Tia.